This is a Frank podcast.
Hello and g'day and chur and welcome to the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast with Ellie, Chris and Guy. This is a casual gaming podcast for the everyday gamer, and on today's show, Guy, you have this week's list of feedback and the winners for the Rise of the Ronin giveaway, correct?
Two copies to give away.
Yes.
So,
on PlayStation 5?
Hell yeah.
Yes. Chris, you've got gaming news, obviously, and you're having a bit of trouble committing to a game.
I'm just overwhelmed and intimidated at the moment, and I need help.
Okay, all right. And I want to chat about some of the best April Fool's jokes that we've seen in the gaming industry mainly over the past few days. Also, just a little tease for the end of the show. We've got another giveaway, don't we?
We do.
We've got another little giveaway coming up, little game giveaway there. Do we even say what it is, or do we just leave them hanging?
Well,
just
let's
not
just
worth
say
it?
it's a major game. It's
out of your league.
Out of your leagues, and it's baseball. Oh, shit.
Oh, damn it.
Damn it! It was so cryptic up until then.
There we go. We've got a couple of those to give away, so stay tuned. How are you guys? What's been going on?
I'm
What's
excellent.
happening?
Excellent, because it's just been Easter.
Excellent.
I'm excellent.
Yeah,
I have eaten a lot of chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't normally dive into the chocolate realm when it comes to Easter and stuff, but this time I really leaned into it.
Is that because you got a kid now, and so you're like, yeah.
So we had Easter, we had a really cute Easter egg hunt with Daisy, which was lovely. But then we don't give her. She had like one or two chocolates, but then the rest, like, who eats them?
Obviously, Daisy, you
I do.
you save them. She's going to count those and realise that you've got rid of them.
No, she can't count yet. Maybe next
You're
year.
an
Maybe
evil
next year.
father.
But no, I did definitely inhale a lot of chocolate. This
Favorite egg, go.
week. Chocolate.
Nice.
There we go.
Mine's caramello.
Is it?
Actually, and I tasted an Oreo egg the other day. God, they're good.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Terry's chocolate orange, white chocolate mini eggs.
Oh, are they good?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
a British thing? Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, Terry's chocolate oranges.
Terry's chocolate
Is it?
oranges.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've never
thought
seen
so.
them before. A little packet. God, they slap.
Yeah. That geezer Terry makes a good
It makes
chocky.
a well good chocolate orangey. Daisy does. Anyway, but that was mine. Chocolate. How are you guys?
My
Lovely.
Easter was great. I've finished Spider-Man 2, as
Hey.
mentioned
Oh,
earlier.
yes.
I don't know if I did mention it earlier
No,
because
I
we
think-
just started.
Yeah, did you?
No.
I'm like, did
did
I
I
hear
mention
that?
that last week?
You mentioned that you mentioned it a couple episodes in a row that you just want to get it done.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's done.
yeah. It's done.
Excellent, finished, platinum.
Well done.
Good to go. Great experience. Play all 3 games. They're excellent. And now I have nothing to play, which leads into my topic later on. So I've just been traveling down to the South Island of New Zealand where we record this podcast, and I've had no choice but to play old school Pokemon Red on my
Lovely.
Game Boy, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well
Nice.
Ellie?
That's good. My Easter was good. Helped my sister move house, admin. And
Wait, isn't she moving next door to you?
she is.
And then literally the house joint to your one.
Literally the townhouse next door. So it's quite exciting. But we spent a lot of time lifting and moving and stuff. And then eating a lot of chocolate and spending time with family. So yes, no, it was a lovely, lovely Easter. Thank you. Guy, you can do some listener feedback.
Yes,
yeah?
let's do some listener feedback. You can hit us up on our private Facebook group, which is Extremely Casual Group for Extremely Casual Gamers. You can also hit us up on Instagram at Extremely Casual Gamers Podcast. Brianna Winkle's in the group chat. She said, music and video games can play an integral part in storytelling and really captures the emotions of the characters. One of the best video game soundtracks for me is definitely has to be God of War 2018 / Ragnarok and The Last of Us. People saying that the sea shanties in Assassin's Creed 4, those went so hard, which is true. I remember you playing Black Flag.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I just watch you play it. And then
Yeah.
when you're on your big pirate ship and everyone starts singing
And the
sea
Wellerman
shanties.
comes. Yeah, exactly.
it's awesome.
But it's just funny that people talk about the greatest soundtracks ever and they're talking about some sea
Cameron
shanties.
Holt came in with that one. Jason Asher mentions Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. I mean, it's licensed music, but you know. And then you've got Cousin Beck. She's talking about the Fable series, Outer Wilds, Firewatch,
Listen to
Dragon
that.
Age.
That's seriously niche
Inscription.
stuff.
It is niche, eh?
Resident Evil 1, 4, and 7. So I don't know what was wrong with 2, 3, and 5, and 6. Apparently they sounded shit. Jimmy Brown. Now, Jimmy Brown was one of our winners recently. He won himself the $100 gaming voucher, which I believe was for naming Extremely Casual Group for Extremely Casual Gamers.
Yeah,
or maybe
no,
he was
that
in the
was-
first 100.
Yes, he was. He was the first 100. Yeah.
Either way, he jumped onto the Facebook group and he showed us what he bought with the money.
That was really nice, by the way.
Yeah, it was really good. So he got
know.
$100. He got Tony Hawk remake, Dead Space remake, Castlevania, Firewatch, and what remains of Edith Finch.
Nice.
as well.
I'm actually, that's a game that I've been playing a little bit of. You might recall a
Yes.
while ago, and I named it wrong. Yeah. Just,
That's right.
Yeah, remember that?
How you going with that game, by the way, Ellie?
Yeah, look, I haven't touched it since.
Whenever you start a sentence with "yeah, look,"
We already know the answer.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
And you also, if you jumped onto Instagram, Extremely Casual Gamers Podcast, you would have seen there was a post. You had to share it onto your story and the tag a friend in the comments in order for the two of you to go in the draw to win a copy of Rise of the Ronin, which just came out last week, PlayStation 5 game. And I can happily say that the winner is Anarchy Angel NZ, also known as Jen Danielle. She's from West Auckland. She's a gamer mum. She has won herself a copy of that game for her and the person that she tagged. So
Oh, well done.
congratulations.
Ooh, yay.
So good.
And like Ellie said, we do have a couple more PlayStation 5 games to give away at the end of the podcast.
We do.
Mystery
Thank you for
titles.
entering.
Just
Ooh.
on that, it's a good topic to do on the podcast. We've talked about it before, the gaming soundtracks.
Yeah.
Just a tough one because as soon as you put even a second of commercial music into a podcast, it'll get pulled.
Yeah,
That's true.
I know.
Yeah. So, I mean, because for me, it's always Need for Speed Underground.
Oh, Riders on the Storm.
Dum-dum-dum. No, that's number two.
Number 2. Riders on the Storm, Snoop Dogg.
That's on
The
number two,
Doors.
yeah. So
That's a banger.
they've always had such great soundtracks.
Nice.
And also Grand Theft Auto, man. All the radio stations and the songs they have are brilliant.
Well, that's what I said to that post. I said Grand Theft Auto 5 non-stop pop. Because Cara Delevingne, the actress, she is the voice of the radio announcer
wow.
on that radio station.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
so she's
funny.
like, and she did, and it's funny because I talked about it and she's like, it's like an iconic sort of voice and how she talks on the radio station. But then there was a particular good sound that went viral on TikTok recently and Cara Delevingne like lip syncs to it. So it's like Cara Delevingne lip syncing to Cara Delevingne, but it was non-stop pop from Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, funny.
Right.
You would just, the thing was you would just crank that and then you would just drive around the entire island as fast as you could. Did you ever do that with Grand Theft Auto?
No, because there's a highway that goes right the way around.
Exactly,
obviously.
it goes all the way around. So you get a really fast car and it's nighttime and you just blast your favorite radio station. You've completed the game and you're just doing nothing and you just go as fast as you can around the island.
One vivid memory I've got, I think it was Grand Theft Auto 4 with
Yeah.
Nico Bellic, my
Yeah.
cousin, we go bowling. Ellie will get that reference.
Oh, so hard, yeah.
But I remember I got it the day it came out and they had made it so the pop station was playing the tunes that were on our actual radio in real life.
Right.
Oh.
And so like Flashing Lights by Kanye West had just come out.
Yeah.
And I remember driving in the car on Grand Theft Auto and that was playing and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. And that's the end of my story.
San Andreas as well, KD the Dust.
Oh, K-Dust.
K-Dust or whatever it's
K-Dust.
called.
K-Rose, the country music.
That was such a good
So good,
radio
man.
station. Yeah. So,
Hey, message us with your favourites.
Nice.
ECG for ECG on Facebook or Extremely Casual Gamers Podcast on the Insta.
Nice work,
nice you
Chris.
have to check that on the screen.
They don't know that because it's an audio medium, guys. You could have just let me do it.
We do have videos on YouTube, though.
We
by
do
the way, as
indeed.
well, if you want to be watching those. Full vids on YouTube. So
Actually,
it is actually a visual medium.
It
So
is
watch what you're doing.
worth watching
Right.
too because we get up to some wacky shenanigans in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
Guys juggling right now. People don't even know that. He's juggling Nintendo 64 cartridges.
Whoa!
Chuck is that console.
You're so good.
Oh my God. Guy.
Hey, should we do gaming news?
Yeah, let's do gaming news.
Fine. Gaming news. This is huge news, guys. All right.
Oh.
All right.
Utah, the state of Utah, has officially sanctioned esports by the Utah High School Activities Association. They have made it so now high schools in Utah officially recognize esports, aka gaming, as a high school sport.
Hell yeah.
Oh, awesome.
That's awesome.
It is amazing. So this comes into play in the school year of 2025/26. So it's like, let's just say you play basketball, right? Mm-hmm. You can now play an esports. So I'm assuming because with gaming, there are some R18 games and shooting and blah, 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 blah. There'll be a few that they don't do. But games like your FIFAs, your 2Ks, things like that, you'll be able to sign up, go to training on a Tuesday night, I don't know, play in the big game on Saturday, officially recognized as part of the high school system.
This is actually starting to happen more and more, especially in the United States, because obviously esports is massive.
It is huge.
It's a multi-million dollar thing. But there's a university in Texas that has a campus the size of a small city. Like I remember watching a YouTube video, and it's insane what this campus is.
Wow.
But they've got an esports. You can get an esports scholarship, and that esports sort of arena that they have in the university is just the highest tech whatsoever. So you know how when you're in high school, if you're really good at rugby, and then you can get a scholarship and you can go and get tuition for free at university.
I know all about that.
Oh yeah. It's the same for a lot of universities in the States. You can get a scholarship for esports.
That's right.
And get
awesome.
a free ride of university while also doing something that you love.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is excellent. And I mean, like, university is a bit more, there's all sorts of things on offer that you can sign up to depending on your taste, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Whereas high school was part of like a curriculum set almost from like a governmental level. It's like,
Yeah.
this is high school, we recognize these things. So for esports to become one of those things is massive. I didn't realize this, but there are over 20 states now officially recognizing it as part of the school curriculum, which is
Awesome.
fantastic. And it's great news for the future of gaming because when we were at high school, which was 2000.
Not long ago.
Yeah, not too
Yeah.
long actually. Yeah, just left 2 years ago. When we were at high school, though, there is no future or any kind of career to do with gaming. It has always been a hobby thing. However,
Don't do that. You're wasting your time.
you're wasting your life away.
Yeah.
Exactly. Whereas now, with Twitch, with YouTube, with whatever it might be, esports, hell, start a podcast. That'll bring in the cash.
Hell yeah.
There's all these things you can now do with gaming, and the addition of that into high schools in Utah, one of 20-something states in America, it's going to be like a genuine career option in
so
the
cool.
future, which is really exciting.
Cool.
The closest we got to doing gaming at high school was when we would go to like the IT classes.
Yeah.
And then we would, instead of doing whatever report we were doing, we'd go on that. What was that website that you go on where it's free games?
Mini clip.
Miniclip, and then there was one that was called like gamesatschool.com because it
that
was
sounds
like
cool.
because like there was like a button at the top of the screen that you would quickly move over with your mouse and click, and it would just generate like a random sort of like Wikipedia page.
Oh, I never
So
knew
if the
about
teacher was
that.
coming, but then you click it again, and then it would like take you back to the list of all the games.
So your maths teacher walks past and is just like, "Why are you looking up the anatomy of a dolphin?" You're like, "I'm at school. I'm learning. Leave me alone."
That was a thing to get around, but yeah.
Yeah, no. I remember, no, this is not really gaming, but do you guys remember using kid pics on the old like iMac computers? And they were like just clip art kind of, but it was sort of like the Mac version of Paint. Do you remember
No.
kid pics?
Kid
and it had like
pics.
animated emoji things that would like make noises. Okay, I'm the only one here. All right, forget I
They
said
really
that.
didn't think the name through, did they?
Kid pics.
No,
Kid pics on the internet.
I
It's
don't know
like,
what you're talking
oh,
about.
God.
I also think Ellie was in a special class.
Oh, I have gaming news.
Oh, you mean gaming news?
And this one coming in from Super Earth.
Ah,
Here we go.
hold on to your hat.
Here we go.
It's
Sorry,
Helldivers related. What I'm doing here is stalling because Guy's scrolling on his notes.
Malevelon Creek liberated. This is good news,
Oh,
guys.
it's the headline.
Right.
Yeah,
Ah,
this is
gotcha,
great.
with you now.
One of the
Yeah.
major orders this week from Arrowhead Studios was to liberate the planet Malevelon Creek in Helldivers 2. The major order had a 24-hour window to complete, and Helldivers from Super Earth managed to get it done in just 5 hours. So this one's actually quite good because it holds significance, because at the beginning when the game kind of came out, Malevelon Creek was one of the planets that was held by the automatons, and it was insanely hard for you to do anything on that planet.
Right.
Okay.
And everybody was sort of comparing it to the Vietnam War. Like, it was just massively overwhelming. You were in the jungle. There was this enemy that was, it was an enemy that you were essentially trying to invade. And then everybody lost, and we lost Malevelon Creek. And it became kind of part of the lore, part of the role playing of just like, God damn it, we lost Malevelon Creek.
Oh, okay.
Whereas, so now that we've taken it back,
So it's been re-liberated. Is
It's
this what
been
you're saying?
re-liberated.
Because the first part of your whole sentence sounded like gibberish to me. So what's happened again? Say the news again now that I've got the context.
Helldivers
Gaming
2.
news.
So basically, we were told by, the Ministry of Truth
Yeah.
to liberate
Don't say
Malevelon
yes to
Creek.
Ministry of Truth. I didn't even know what he's talking about.
The Ministry of Truth is kind of like the government of Super
Okay, so
Earth.
you know
Okay.
Helldivers, yeah.
We're playing along with we're role playing here,
Okay,
guys.
role-playing, okay, yeah.
We're in
I'm in it.
Helldivers too.
Yeah.
Malevelon Creek was a planet that was overtaken by the automatons.
No, robots,
They're
bad robots.
Thank you so much. Okay, cool.
We'd previously been told to take Malevelon Creek. We tried and we failed.
no,
A lot of Helldivers died.
Oh, damn.
All right.
Yeah.
It was like
okay.
Nam, apparently.
It was like Nam.
Okay, that's where that came in.
Yeah,
Okay,
video
yeah.
game.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So then now we were just told again, you've got 24 hours to take Malevelon Creek. And everybody says, we get another go at this.
Oh,
Yeah.
so have people done it yet?
We did it in 5
5
hours.
hours.
Oh, that's what the news was.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got it.
Malevelon Creek has been liberated, guys.
Got got it.
Yeah,
Sorry, I just
yeah.
wanted to play. I was just playing dumb for the other people in the
No,
audience.
you did a very good job.
You know,
it's actually
just
quite
in case.
cool. I came across this yesterday actually. There is an app called Divers Hub. You can download it for free on Google Play and on the Apple Store. And basically it tells you all of the active planets in Helldivers 2 right now. Oh God, that's a
He's
freaking...
getting a HelloFresh code. It's been served a code.
There's an ad.
Damn it.
So it tells you how far, like how much of a planet we've got to liberate.
Okay.
It tells you ones that we're working on right now. I thought it's actually quite good because you get this information when you're in the game, but when you're not in the game, you're like, I want to know how we're doing.
Oh, so now
on
you can.
Urania.
What's
So
it called?
It's called Divers Hub.
Divers Hub. So it's for when
It does
you
have ads.
for when you're it's been served another ad here. It's for when you're playing Helldivers, you hang it up, you go to
Yeah.
work, but you still want to know what's going on in the galaxy.
It also
quite cool.
it also tells you what the major orders are right now. You know, so Tibet, right? That's a planet that we need to liberate.
Ellie, Tibet.
We've,
Of
we've
course,
only
yeah.
we've only liberated 14.8% of Tibet.
Oh, where are the bloody Helldivers?
And there's
at?
there's 25,000 Helldivers trying right now
25,000
Wow.
people right now are trying to get to Tibet.
on
Tibet.
We're trying to liberate Tibet.
But those Himalayas, man, it's a pretty gnarly environment.
Yeah, we've barely even touched Durgan. God. Anyway, so that is Divers Hub. That's my gaming news.
Love
everyone.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Well
that.
done.
Thank you for dumbing it down for me as well.
I didn't need to. You grasped everything.
What was that? What was that deal on HelloFresh, by the way? 20%.
I'll send you the code.
Yeah, good.
Okay, we need to address something that went down in the Facebook group over the weekend, I believe, a couple of days ago. There was a post put up under the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast account. So from us,
Yeah.
an official post. And Chris, it's allegedly been written by you, and it says, "Hi
Yeah.
everyone, Chris here."
Well, it sounds like it's from Chris.
It
Done
does,
deal.
doesn't it?
Yep.
I'd like to be honest and upfront with you all, as I feel we've created a great community here.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. I don't like The Witcher 3 or Elden Ring.
Oh,
I just pretend to seem I just pretend I do to seem cool and on brand, but in reality, I didn't even play them. I watched a couple of videos on YouTube to learn a few phrases, and that's it. I watched the steamy sex scenes on The Witcher a few times too for research. I hope you don't mind my terrible lies and appreciate my honesty. Also, I suck at Helldivers too.
yeah, see?
Yeah, Chris, what do you have to say for yourself
That's
on that?
quite random to wake up and
It's
say
pretty random
that.
too. I did feel that was a bit random.
Look, and I had a few that night. I don't remember a lot, and obviously I felt compelled to tell the truth.
Yeah.
A few red flags there for me, though.
Yeah.
Actually, first bit of truth, I do suck at Helldivers too.
Okay, so that's true.
I've made myself the what is it? The recoilless rifle guy who just shoots down the little planes that drop the robots off because they're slow moving and I can actually help out.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm that
Okay.
guy.
Yeah.
I'd like to say, I wish it was true that I hadn't even played The Witcher 3 because I played it 4 times. I wish I could say that, and I have 2 weeks of my life back, basically. But I'll be honest, I signed in, saw that Sunday morning, had a great laugh. Thought it was
So you're
hilarious.
saying it wasn't you?
I don't think it was me, guys.
Well, it wasn't me. So who was it, guy?
I recently gave our login details to producer Sam.
Don't put this on
I
producer
feel
Sam.
like it might have been her. No, as you may, for those cunning, clever people who saw that post on Extremely Casual Group for Extremely Casual Gamers, it was on April 1st that I did
Nice.
do that. So it was a kooky little April Fool's joke from us.
It was
Pretty
cool.
funny.
But I think it didn't work though because too many people believed it because that's something Chris would say.
That's the thing.
So
there were
I'm
quite
kind
a
of-
few people that I think were believing
Yeah,
it. And I
yeah.
think an issue is a few people don't live in New Zealand. So it was only the 31st of March for them. So
Yeah.
they didn't even click that it could be April Fool's. We just want
Yeah.
to clarify. That was definitely, Guy. Chris, you do love The Witcher 3 and Elden Ring, don't you?
Yes.
And you
Very
but
much so.
But you still suck at Helldivers too.
Yeah, massively. That part
Yeah.
was true.
Okay, cool.
What we should do going forward, though, I was thinking about this. Is like we should be like, we've been snapped up by Joe Rogan or something.
Yeah.
And we're,
Oh, that's a good one. So oh, you know, you've told everyone we can't say that for next year now, bro.
They'll forget by then.
Oh,
we'll have
true.
lost them all by
Yeah,
then.
true.
Yeah.
Well, it got me thinking. What other April Fool's gaming-related jokes happened in the last few days? So I did a bit of research on this because there's actually quite a few. And
Heaps.
I kind of like, I don't know if it's just me and my bubble. I was kind of like, I thought the April Fool's was sort of just kind of dying. We're not dying, but I didn't think we were kind of taking it so seriously. But like,
Corporates now, man, they're all over it.
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
There's so many. So I've got a few of them here.
right.
Did you have a couple, Guy, that you saw? Was it you that
Well, I
said it
saw
before?
some that were non-gaming related. There was one that I really wish wasn't an April Fool's prank.
Yeah, what's that?
And that was from, I think, I don't know if it was McDonald's Worldwide or just McDonald's NZ. But you know the little, the apple pies?
I saw that.
So there was that, but it was with pickles inside.
Oh
It was
my
called like the
gosh.
McPickle pie. And I was like, I know this is a joke, but I buy those.
That's exactly the thought
buy
I had.
those by the
Why
dozen.
would you buy a McPickle pie? Like, seriously.
Like a hot
Are you
little pocket,
serious?
a hot little pocket full of pickles.
Oh, that's the tagline.
Yeah.
Hot
A
little pocket full of pickles.
Yeah. So that was one that came through that I thought was quite good,
Yeah,
but also
nice.
made me want to eat pickles.
Yeah.
One that
same.
I saw, which was gaming related, that was the brief, right?
Yeah, either or.
cool.
Either or.
Just checking. Yeah, you use it your one thing to say you'd like to eat a hot pickle pie. You kidding me?
Fair enough. I accept that.
The one I saw, which genuinely gave me a heart attack, was that Grand Theft Auto was delayed until 2027.
Oh my god.
I didn't see that
Because
one.
there have been rumours recently that there is going to be a wee bit of a delay. It's currently meant to be coming out next year, 2025. But there's been rumours that there might be a bit of a delay, but I'm thinking it might at most be 3 to 6 months or something.
Okay.
Whereas the one I saw was that it's been delayed till 2027, end of year.
That's disgusting.
Oh.
Which is like more than 2 years delayed. So and then I realised that here in New Zealand it might be the 2nd of April, but in other parts of the world it's still the 1st of April.
Yes, yeah.
So I was like, okay.
That's
And
cruel.
the
That
other one
is.
I saw was CD Projekt Red releasing Cyberpunk 2077 on floppy disks.
Yeah, that was one that I had. Yeah,
Yeah.
They put a status up saying, if you miss the good old days when game installation was a true ritual, then you'll love the limited floppy edition of Cyberpunk 2077. Be prepared for a truck delivery of 97,619 3.5-inch diskettes.
Oh my
How
god.
crazy is that?
Imagine having to just pop that in every move, like next move, next disc. Imagine.
Wait, and it's just to install it too. So
I
you
guess
literally
so.
have to sit down one after the other just to get the
Just
game
to
onto
install
your
it.
computer.
But yeah, then the computer back in those days wouldn't even bloody hold it, would it?
It was
No.
like was it
No.
like 12 megabytes on a floppy disk. Like
was
that's
No, less than that.
tiny,
Yeah.
like-
Way less than that. No, I have to go.
you
Hey
Google
Siri, how many megabytes on a floppy disk?
Why was it called a
Amazing.
floppy disk? It's not floppy at all.
that was my first question.
They're
when I-
hard
yeah.
as. Like,
1.44, and it's because 1.44 megabytes.
megabytes.
God.
Oh my god!
I just said megabytes. And the reason it's called a floppy disk, I believe, is because inside the square plastic thing is like a black plasticky floppy disk thing.
Oh, so you
Like
just
a
couldn't
ribbon
see
thing
it.
of a yeah.
Oh, thank you for answering that
So the
question I
floppy
had.
disk was inside us all along.
Oh god, now I've got mad anxiety that I just said why it's called a floppy disk, and I, in actual
And it's
fact, have
wrong?
no idea.
That's what we do on
I
this
just
podcast.
made that up.
You're always really convincing with
Yeah.
your news, yeah. Chris, did you see this one? The Elden Ring expansion? Did you see this?
This bit, well, okay.
So it was just remember this segment is an April Fool's segment.
Okay,
so
yeah,
anything I say is not real.
Okay.
It was basically just a silent video of the title Elden Ring expansion just slowly expanding. Like
good.
literally just the video itself was just the logo expanding. Like
Right.
nothing to
Yeah.
it. Like it was
That's
nothing.
good.
It was just a silly little video, which I quite enjoyed. Did you see the one? Nintendo Switch, they brought out a post, April Fool's post, saying Virtual Boy Pro, and it's basically a VR headset style device that is literally the Nintendo Switch on your eyes, kind of like the Apple Vision Pro. So they
Yeah.
were pranking us, pretending they were bringing that out.
Yeah, and
they're
because
not.
Virtual Boy wasn't that something they tried to release years and years and years ago in like the 90s or 80s?
Was it?
Yeah, it
I
was.
should have done
And
some bloody
people put it on the
research.
Virtual Boy, and it used to like give people epileptic fits and stuff because of the bright laser lights and
Yeah.
stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's where the reference comes from.
That's
Thank
right.
you for adding on top of that.
No
I didn't
worries.
realise
Once
that.
again, I made that up. I have no idea.
Did you actually?
No, it's true. It is true.
Okay, we're never going to know what to believe. Pal World, they brought out a pretty good one.
I saw this one.
And they had a whole 2-minute video, completely animated, saying that they're bringing out Pal World dating sim. Pal World, more than just pals. Will you remain friends or fall in love? And it was basically trying to say that they're bringing out like a dating simulator through
Yeah.
Pal World. And the whole video was like, they actually made a whole video about it, which I found quite funny after our chat last week about how Pal World don't want to do anything else. And then they've done this April Fool's gag
Yeah.
about wanting to bring out another game.
Wait,
So that's
you're
quite good.
dating your pals or people in the game?
Well,
I think it's in the game.
I saw a tagline. It was like, first you gave them guns, now you can date them. And it was like you could date the pals. So,
I mean, you can eat them, so why not date them?
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
exactly. So
Really?
yeah.
That's
Sorry.
the line.
No, sorry. Let's delve into that. So you can eat a chicken, right?
Yeah. And in some cultures,
BS. By the way, yeah, the Virtual Boy came out in 1995
Oh, wow.
and was a
Damn.
massive failure.
Wow, okay. All right. One more we got here was World of Warcraft's patch notes. They basically put a tweet. Sorry, an X. Do we call it an X now? They put an X out? A tweet out?
I
don't
still
know.
say Twitter and tweet.
I don't know. And they literally wrote the caption, placeholder text here, do not release until vetted by devs, trying to make it look like someone's accidentally posted something.
Like a leak.
Yeah, like pretty much the World of Warcraft team put together a set of patch notes celebrating the fact that the recent update wasn't leaked ahead of time, only to leak the patch notes secrets for the next update.
Of course.
So they were doing a little patch update gag.
A little patch update gag.
And then this is the last one. Oh no, there's two more. The second to last one I thought was quite good. This is by Dredge, the New Zealand little niche indie gaming company. They put a post out saying that they're bringing Dredge Scents out, which are basically candles with the flavours Fishmonger Musk.
Munger?
That one.
A fishmonger?
Thank you. I knew I was going to get mocked for saying that wrong. Blistered Tarpon. Said that right?
How's it spelled?
Tarpon. Tarpon?
Tarpon.
Tarpon? Yeah. Sallow, sailfish, putrefying pear, decaying blackmouth, and cod. So would you ever want a fish-smelling candle?
I mean, the cod one might be all right if you put it in the bathroom and you're sort of doing a theme.
Oh, like an ocean. No, that'd be awful, wouldn't it?
That'd be terrible.
A tarpon is a fish. A tarpon, yeah, it's a giant fish, yeah.
Because it's a fishing game.
Yeah.
I see the link now. Thank you. Good one from Dredge there. And then lastly, I thought this one, Chris, if only this was real, because Pokemon announced their Pokemon Sleep Champion Tournament 2024. Players from around the globe will compete in an 8-hour and 30-minute tournament to prove they can sleep better than anyone else.
What? What?
I know.
Is that like a Snorlax reference?
No idea. No idea. That's just.
Am I sleeping?
Aren't you sleepy boy?
Are the Pokemon sleeping? I am sleepy boy. You're dead right.
Yeah.
You like Pokemon, don't you?
Yeah, I want to know how I can do that because those are two things I love dearly.
Exactly. That's what I thought. I wish this one was real, but those were all the April Fool's jokes. Just if you're listening, I hope you didn't fall for any of those in the week leading up.
Somebody's still reeling over the fact that Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't coming out for another 3 years.
No.
I'm picturing someone very similar to me just sitting at the laptop looking at the expansion joke from Elden Ring. Like, well, where's the expansion? When is this title sequence going to end? Guys, I'm terrified.
Oh, no, why?
Oh, wow.
I'm terrified because I finished Spider-Man 2 last week and I've had the entire weekend and I haven't put another disc into my PlayStation 5 yet.
Oh, so just a massive overreaction.
Right.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, I guess
you're
so.
fine.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay, the end.
Play the music again. I'm done. Play the music again. I'm out of here. Play the music. All right, the end of the podcast. Guy, what are you playing this week? Okay, now the real reason I'm terrified is because I don't know if you guys do this, right? Have you noticed that games these days are massive?
Yes.
Like, you mean like in terms of the actual disc, like the size?
The size of the
storage?
disc, it doesn't fit into my PS5 anymore. It is huge. It's like
Massive
a vinyl.
floppy disk.
It's a huge
Big
floppy
old
disk.
floppy, yeah.
Big old, yeah. The issue is, and people, they are right. Developers are going, oh, people want really massive open world games, side quests, blah, 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 blah. They want hundreds of hours of gameplay, which I do. I really love it. However, when it comes to diving into a new one of those games, it's very intimidating.
Yeah.
I will put The Witcher on because I know the whole thing.
Yeah.
I know what to expect. I've wrapped my head around it. However, I've got Cyberpunk 2077, the Ultimate Edition with the DLC. It is installed in my PlayStation, ready to go, and I'm too scared to. I have to like clear an afternoon and sit down and go, right, time to learn about Cyberpunk. Because I don't know any of the buttons, I don't know the world, and I've just got this mountain of learning ahead of me that I have to scale.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever get that feeling?
I know. I 100% know where you're coming from.
Yeah,
especially
I
with these large games, because it also depends on where you are in terms of your stage of life.
Yeah.
If you are part-time employed or the only thing you have to deal with is that you've got your job, you're 22 and you've got all this time. You come home from work and you've got hours.
Yeah.
You can commit to a Cyberpunk pretty quickly because you know that all I've got to do is just wake up tomorrow for work.
Yeah,
but
man.
as we get older and you know we get more tired and we got stuff going on and kids and all that other shit, our time spent being able to game each day or each week slowly gets smaller.
Yeah.
So the idea of you being like, I've got an hour to kill. You're just not going to jump into a
it's
big
too
game like
ambitious
this.
to-
You're going to play around
Yeah.
a Fortnite, or you're going to do something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You might not even game at all. But I'm just going to watch an episode of a TV show.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So it does depend on where you're at in your life, I think, nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm like that with just movies in general. I know this is not the same as a game, but with movies, I'm like, I've got to learn a whole new lore character, like story within not long, but I find it really hard to kind of commit to that. I'd rather just chuck Friends on again because it's familiar to me.
I'm the same with that as well.
Yeah.
You don't have to like engage any of your thinking muscles. And so that's why like 2 weeks ago when I watched June for the first time, I was like, that was actually a big thing for me because usually I just chuck something on I'm pretty familiar with.
Yeah.
Or I know is going to be, something. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with gaming. And so Cyberpunk is installed. I was given it for Christmas by my wife, which was great. And then I found myself, instead of playing it, I had an hour, so I chucked in Demon Souls, which I've clocked like 3 times, and just did the opening wee bit there. I'll just do the opening bit. I'll just make a character and do the opening bit and try to beat they always put a big baddie at the start.
Oh, yeah.
That you can't really beat. Played that, and I was like, that was fun. And then I was just like, no, Chris, you're supposed to be playing this brand new game, which I know you'll love because it's by one of your favorite developers, but you just can't even bring yourself to sit down and go, all right, hit me, let's go. It's time to learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and in some ways, I almost wish I could skip the sort of opening 10 hours, especially of an open world game. Linear game like Last of Us or something, that's fine, or Spider-Man, even though it's open world, that's fine because it's quite quick to get you into things.
Very easy to pick it up.
Yeah, and it's super hold your handy kind of stuff, which is great. It's very intuitive. It's like you got a gun, you do this, here's your grenades, whatever. But something like Cyberpunk is just so new and so foreign. I'm just like, oh God.
Yeah.
If we're talking about Cyberpunk in general, as you know, I've played it.
For like 3% of it? Is it 3%?
7, I'll have you know.
Are you at 7 now?
7%. Yeah, 7% of Cyberpunk. And the thing is, I enjoyed it, but I think I also came across the same issue as you. Is like, I know how big it is.
Yeah.
It's a huge undertaking, but I enjoyed it. Well, I have enjoyed what I've played so far, and I managed to pick it up. So I feel like for someone like you, you would be able to go, okay, I'm fully into this now. It doesn't take long. There are still plenty of things that I know I haven't actually even touched on the game, and they'll come up and be like, I have no idea what I'm doing. But it is relatively easy-ish to grasp.
Yeah.
But I understand the fact that you know how big it is. It's this giant sort of task that you need to complete.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the worst offender of that in my gaming history is The Witcher 3, which just so happens to be my favorite game of all time. It is freaking massive. And I will happily put a fresh disc of that in, start a new game and go, bring it on, brother.
Yeah.
Because I'm so familiar with it.
Yeah.
The other thing too, I have got, so there's 3 games that are sitting on my horizon, which I'm excited to play all of them.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
You got Cyberpunk 2077, open world action RPG. Actually, apparently it's more of an action game than an RPG, but so that, you know, it's a 100+ hour runtime. The second game is Elden Ring, which is another massive open world RPG style. When its DLC comes out in a couple of months' time, I'm going to download that and play it. That's going to be a couple of 100 hours gone. The game after that is the one I'm most scared of, and I'm almost worried about putting these other 2 in and getting them done because I know I'm going to have to face that one, and I know I'll love it. Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
That's
a big hit.
that's a huge one.
And
Yeah.
also it's based on the other 2 games that you talked about, and also based on games I know you've played. It's a completely different style of combat. It's a different combat system.
It's turn-based stuff.
It's turn-based, so that's also something that you're going to have to get your head around.
Yeah.
So I'll have to get, but it's also exactly what I freaking love. A massive fantasy open world, heaps of choices in action, hundreds of hours of gameplay. I friggin' love that.
Yeah.
And do you remember last week I said that there was 174 hours of cinematics in Baldur's Gate, which is the same as watching Game of Thrones through twice,
Yeah,
more than twice.
That is wild.
Every single season. And it's also, I think it was 3 times more words than all of the Lord of the Rings novels put together.
That's mental.
In the script. And so these things are magnificent. I hear them, I go, great, can't wait to get into them. However, I'm just too scared to even start.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah,
I'm
guys.
scared that like I'm gonna invest time into it and then possibly not like it as well. And
That's
It's the loss of time.
Yeah.
That's why I bail on so many games, because I'm not just I know if I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm not going to commit to the rest of this game because I'll get to the end of it or even 3/4 of the way and I'll go, I don't want to play this anymore, and I've just wasted 40 hours of my life.
So if you were in my seat a few weeks back where I was just battling to get through Spider-Man 2 because I was enjoying it but not loving it, you probably would have pulled pin.
Probably pull pin, but then it will be in the back of my mind. If I enjoyed it enough, I'll be like, I need to get back into that. Case in point, Horizon Forbidden West.
Yes, that's a classic for me as well.
I've poured a lot of time into that game, and then I came across a really difficult mission, and right up until that point, loving the game, and then I haven't back since because it was too hard. And I literally the other day I was like, I need to reinstall that game and play it again. So I will come back, but there are some games where I'm like, it's loss of time.
Yes.
I'm not going to bother.
Exactly.
That's why with TV shows, there are so many amazing TV shows that people have recommended,
Yeah.
but I just don't want to pull the pin on it, and then I'll just watch Scrubs again. I'm currently watching Modern Family for like the 20th time because I know it.
Just FYI, Guy almost said How I Met Your Mother just then,
Yeah,
which
I did.
is the show that we first bonded over when we first met in 2010.
Bless.
And I literally have just finished rewatching How I Met Your Mother. That's why I'm on Modern Family. Next, I'm going to do Parks and Rec, and then I might do New Girl.
Yeah, chuck the
Yeah,
office
I
in
love
there,
it.
the US
Yeah.
office,
the
just for
US
good measure.
office. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to sprinkle another extra thing on top of
Yeah.
this, right?
Yeah, go for it.
I cannot bail from a game once I've started it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're different from Guy and me, I
Yeah.
think.
It's-
I-
This is a thing. This is a huge dive into how your brain works,
Yeah.
and it sounds crippling. Like it
Yeah,
sounds.
it sounds awful.
It's like you haven't. Like the fact that you wanted to do Spider-Man 2 was cool, but you had to do the first one and Miles
Yeah.
Morales, which makes
Yeah.
sense.
I had to do all of them.
But the fact that Spider-Man's only a 30-hour game, Spider-Man 2,
Yeah.
but that's that. And
It
that
was
is-
probably more like 50 or 60 for me.
really.
Just because I had to do
Yeah.
like everything, and I did. Like,
yeah.
it is a safe place to be right now in New York City.
Yeah.
Manhattan, clean as a whistle, Ellie. And that's the way I operate. So when I see something like a Cyberpunk, I go, oh, well, time to try and platinum this bad boy and do every side quest and unlock every single thing and blah, 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 blah. Otherwise, my brain's not going to be
Do
happy.
you enjoy every single second of it?
gosh.
In a game that you've platinumed and stuff like that, like like you love Elden Ring.
Okay, Elden Ring, I loved every second
Okay,
of
bad
it.
example.
Okay.
But I know you love The Witcher.
Witcher 3, I loved every second of it.
Okay.
You know what? Horizon Forbidden West,
Yeah.
visually spectacular.
Yeah.
Amazing, like the world building, the tribes, the quests and stuff, cool. The main girl, what's her name?
Aloy.
Eloy.
That's the
Samuloy.
That's the Kiwi version. Aloy.
Yeah, so I love her. I love everything about it. However, I found it kind of boring,
Yeah.
and I still platinumed it. And so I'm sitting down
Wow.
like, time to finish Horizon, this massive open world game, so that I can move on to another one because I'm kind of bored of this now.
Why do you?
Why do you like this?
I was just
Yeah,
saying, why
why
do
is
you
your
do this to yourself?
I don't know.
Why don't you just look at games that have come out, top-rated games in the last 5 years or so, and then just look at them via runtime? Because I feel like it's this. You're picking big games.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know,
a big game
and it's
boy.
like, and it's cool for you to be able to say at the end of it.
It is
I,
cool.
I platinumed Elden Ring.
Is that cool to say that? 'Cause
Maybe
my
in
wife
your-
doesn't find
maybe
it
in
cool.
your- It's impressive in the right circles.
Yeah.
But you know, like, why don't you, instead of trying to platinum Dark Souls or Baldur's Gate 3, why don't you try and platinum like 2 or 3 Spider-Mans? Like smaller games, but
bite-sized.
bite-sized.
Yeah.
Instead of a giant.
Nah, you can't look at him. He's like, nah.
No, well, I mean, having just platinumed 2 of the 3 Spider-Mans, haven't done Miles Morales yet. Platinum-wise, a few to go.
It's very easy.
Yeah, it is. I do love it. So the thing for me is I know I'm going to love these games.
Yeah.
I just the taking that first. It's almost like you want to go for a swim. First swim of summer. The water's a bit cold, but you just
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
jump
yeah.
in.
Yeah.
I'm standing there right now. Like you don't want it to go past your waist area because that's where it's really sensitive. You're just like you just got to do it, man. You just got to dive in.
Yeah.
And then
Just
once
got
you're
that.
in it, you'll be like, what was I even worried about? It's not even that cold.
Yeah, you'd be all like,
Exactly.
oh, it's warm once you're in.
I don't care that my genitals have gone right up into my intestines.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which is what happens when I play these games. All right, thanks, guys.
So you came to us with a problem. Do we have a solution?
Yeah,
Do we
we
know
solved this?
what's the plan here?
Or was this just a therapy session?
It was more of just a chat.
Because we've done this before. If we go back in our episodes, it's like around like November time. Chris being like, I've got so many games I want to play, but I don't know which ones to play.
That's right.
Yeah, it was just before his honeymoon.
Did I do it in that voice?
Yeah,
Exactly
Yeah,
that.
that wasn't a voice. That was a recording.
Yeah.
It was a pure recording that Sam put in there.
We live slotted that
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
What's the plan?
the result is I'm still going to play these games.
Yes,
because
you're just complaining about it first.
I'm just letting you go. I just wanted to know if anyone else is like this. They go, far out, that's intimidating. I know I'm going to do it. I'm just psyching myself up.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
fair
totally do that, but I think you specifically set very high expectations and standards on yourself. You know, like it's all self-inflicted standard and
Yeah.
expectations.
So it was Baldur's Gate 3. It was Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
So Cyberpunk you haven't played, but Elden Ring you want to play again
Once the
because
DLC
DLCs
comes out.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
See, I wouldn't
Nice.
prioritize Elden Ring. You've done it.
He's like, this is what I'm doing first.
But I'm familiar with it, guys. It's like putting How I Met Your Mother on.
Yeah, but that's
See?
that's a fantastic TV show
No,
that kind of loses it towards the end.
No. And Elden Ring doesn't. But that's the thing. It's like it's the comfort thing.
Totally. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
So, okay, where we started compared to where we are now,
Yeah.
identical. I'm still going to do the same
absolutely.
thing.
Okay, cool.
I was just wondering if anyone else felt like that.
No, that makes sense.
Okay, well, message us either ECG
Me?
for ECG. Yeah, message Chris actually. But you can do it on ECG for ECG, just if you can relate to Chris on this, or Extremely Casual Gamers podcast. If you can relate to this, this is what you want to Chris. You wanna
Chris was
support
making a
group?
shit gag because you said, right, message us. She goes, me?
Like, me
As in,
message
do want me
you.
to message?
And then she totally was like, yeah, or message Chris. I was like, oh, great.
I just took it seriously.
Go, if you just want to hog all of our DMs, Chris, that's fine.
What are you two going to be playing this week, Chris? Which one of the 3 games are you going to be firing up that we just spoke about? Any of them? Elden Ring?
Elden Ring? Nah, I'll be waiting for the old DLC to
Of
come
course,
out, I think, in June. But Cyberpunk is in my PlayStation. It's installed. Like, I have full intentions to play it. I've watched videos on it. Actually,
Okay.
there's a TV show on Netflix called Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh.
It's a fully animated TV show.
Oh, yes, I've heard about this.
Apparently, it's brilliant. I might even watch that first.
Is it related to the game?
Yes, it's set in the same universe, and it's like it's not a prequel,
That's a good idea, though.
but apparently it's a really awesome Japanese anime style TV show that is brilliant.
Cool.
It's like great ratings on Rotten Tomato and all that stuff. So I might actually just watch one episode of that just to wet the old whistle.
Yeah, get
me
in
into
the vibe.
get me into
Yeah.
the world,
Yeah,
Ellie.
yeah.
And then play the game and then watch the other 4 as I'm playing. You know,
Very
Cool.
good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Love that.
What about you,
vibe.
Ellie?
Oh, me.
Yeah.
I'm going to play more Stardew Valley because I was playing a lot more of it this week, actually. I did a few hours again.
did you solve your wood issue?
Yeah, I've been keeping it now. It's in my inventory. I've now got enough to build a chicken coop or an animal
I've
coop.
got a chicken
Well
coop.
done.
Yeah.
So I've done the coop, so I did get enough wood in the end. And I've also learned, that you can sell your produce to Pierre directly at the general store. I didn't realise you could actually just go and sell it directly to him.
You don't just have to put it in the little box.
Yeah, I've been putting it in the box. There were a few things I learned like in the weekend where I was just like, oh my God, you idiot. I also learned you can zoom out. The whole time,
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah, you can
oh
zoom
my
out.
God, I was like, the whole time I was like, I wish I could just see slightly more of the map. So I figured that out. So Stardew Valley, and also, guys, I will say, so Sam got home from being overseas.
Oh, yes.
And I was like, let's play It Takes Two.
No,
Let's
don't
No,
even.
no, don't you dare.
Don't even.
Let's
Don't you
prove it.
dare.
Let's prove to
Don't.
the guys that we're going to finish it.
And what happened?
So what happened was I took a sea legs a bit too late, so I hadn't timed it properly.
Oh my God.
And we're still in this underwater level, and I got to the point where I literally had to lie down. I felt like I was green in the face. I was that sick. So again, Sam had to finish the level with both controls.
Oh
playing
my
both of our
God.
parts.
It takes 2, Ellie.
Yeah, so we've moved a level, but still haven't finished it. So I was playing it. I just need to get my sea legs timing right, and then I will be straight back into it.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
Your
So-
partner's been away for how many weeks? And the first thing you do is, right, I need to prove Guy and Chris wrong here.
And then I
that we
didn't
can do
even do
this. And then he had to do all the heavy lifting.
I literally thought I was going to vomit.
You haven't seen him. He's been in the Dominican Republic or wherever. It's just like, welcome home, babe. Let's play It Takes Two. Blah, 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 vomiting on the couch.
Yeah, his body's still in a completely different time zone.
Yeah, sorry about that, Sam. Yeah, so probably just Stardew Valley, I'd say, this
Yeah.
week. What about you, Guy?
Let me just, there's a DoorDash bloody ad. Here we go.
God.
I'm just checking the active planets on Helldivers too,
Oh,
guys.
of course.
Tibbet, we're now 15% liberated.
Woo!
So that is answering your question. I'll be playing more Helldivers too.
Love
and
it.
also, because we touched on it before, I'm going to reinstall Horizon Forbidden West because I did enjoy that game. So I will get back
Nice.
into it because I need to. That'll be my 3rd attempt of getting back into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For something, it just doesn't hook me.
Yeah.
Like a lot of games do. But it's brilliant. By the way, I watched a review today of that, what was it called? Final Fantasy game that you played half an hour of and then gave up on.
I'll have you know,
Yeah, how's that going?
double what you said, an hour. All right. Final
Really?
Fantasy VII Rebirth.
I need you to do the Ellie, yeah, hey, look.
Yeah, hey, look, guys. So I went to play it the other night, and the thing is, over the weekend I was away with friends.
Yeah.
And
A lot of Trackmania,
Actually,
a lot of
that's
Trackmania.
that's actually just actually say that because I went away and we took the Switch with us and we played some Mario Party.
Did you?
Yep, played some Mario Party.
I don't know if you're mocking me or if this is actually
No,
true.
this is 100% true, by the way. I went away with friends. I was playing Mario Party. So yeah, no, I haven't touched it, but I will.
Oh, nice.
Once
okay.
Meg gets back from Congo, then no, I'm not. I've deleted it. It's
Okay.
it's
See you
Because
later.
the review
Yeah.
I saw, and the way to waste that code, by the way, was that it is a must-play game and it's a flawless execution of a remaster.
well, I'll play it again then.
No, you're not going to.
will.
You're
I will.
saying just like Ellie, drop the ad.
Do you know what I was also playing this week? I forgot to mention
What?
Monopoly, like digital, like PlayStation Monopoly. It's
Oh,
like a
yeah?
lot quicker, a lot less
Yeah.
admin.
Oh, yeah.
No, less fiddling with money
You don't
and
have to
stuff.
add stuff in your head.
Exactly. That was quite fun too. I can highly recommend that one.
Against the computer. computer or against Sam?
Against Sam, which again is not quite enough. Having two people in
Two people.
Monopoly, not enough. It's not fun enough. So you need more friends, Ellie. Talking to myself.
Can I make a suggestion? This isn't gaming related, but it's just something that I did on the weekend.
Okay.
It's a movie.
If you mention a pickle hot pie, I'm going to slap you.
Why'd you mention it again? I was just forgotten about it. Have you guys seen the latest Wonka movie?
Yes. Oh
With
my
Timothy,
gosh.
Timothy Chalamet.
I literally watched it in the weekend.
It is magical.
I actually really enjoyed it.
I heard nothing about it. I knew that he did it, and we're with my family and stuff, and I was just like, oh yeah, we'll watch it. It is a wonderful movie.
Yeah.
If you have the opportunity, you should watch it.
Yeah, and
he nails it. He is a perfect Wonka.
He did very well, and I will say I'm highly attached to the original movie with
Yeah.
Gene Wilder. Like
Yes, of course.
I'm so attached to that. So I've always got like when Johnny Depp did it, I was sort of like, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
It's still not the same. And so I kind of had the attitude going into it as well with Timothy Chalamet. Sorry, I just don't know what was it L-M? I don't know. Anyway. Oh my God.
I was about to correct you, but you said it wrong so many times. I don't remember which one it is.
Neither. Okay,
Timothy
so
Chalamet.
I
Timothy.
wish you said Timberly as well. I get the first name right.
No, yeah, my old mate Tim, he did a really good job being a young
Nailed
Wonka.
it.
Oh,
And
Timbo.
the songs are really, Timbo to
The
his
music's
mates.
beautiful.
The
Yeah,
music
yeah.
was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. So yeah, for someone who had kind of like high expectations, I did enjoy it. It was fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice
Cool.
recommendation. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Nice. Also, we also have another giveaway, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
Tickets to the Wonka movie.
No, we've got a couple of codes to give away. This is for our PlayStation friends again.
Oh, and just on that, once
Yes.
again, well, I just need to explain, we're friends with PlayStation, so
Yes.
we get
Yes.
free PlayStation stuff. I wish we could get Xbox and Switch, Nintendo
Yeah.
stuff, but we can't. So for
We are
all
still
you
trying to
players-
work on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are. Well, so for all you people that are playing Xbox and Switch and stuff, we love you as well.
We
Same as
do.
PC. And anytime we give out a gaming voucher,
Yep.
and we try to make it so it at least goes to someone who's got an Xbox or something, you know what I mean? So,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly. So yes, again, we have another PlayStation couple of codes for you and a mate. And this week we're going to do it similarly to last week, but a few less hoops. So we've got MLB The Show 24, which is it baseball?
Major League Baseball.
I
That one.
downloaded it. It's actually fun to play. Like
Okay.
I've been bouncing. No. This isn't like a game where I'm like, oh, I've got to clock the story. I will go in and play like I'm learning the game of baseball. I don't know
Okay.
much about it. All I know is you got to hit a ball and home run and stuff. But I'm actually learning the different pitches and the different roles. It's actually quite fun.
What kind of
Okay.
pitches are we working with?
We're talking curveballs. We're talking stickies. We're talking curlies.
Are you talking about fries or what?
chocolates?
MLB?
I
Curly wheelies.
Curveball's the only one I remember. Stickies and curlies I made up. No, but it's a lot of fun.
Right.
So
Cool.
yes.
All right,
play it.
we've got another one of those. Two of those to give away, and we're going to do similar to last week. We're going to put an Instagram post up, Extremely Casual Gamers Podcast. Just tag a mate in it. That's all we need to do.
And
Easy.
you'll each get a code if we pick
You're in
you.
the draw.
We'll randomly draw it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll announce the winner on next week's potty.
Hmm.
Any other last final words before we end
Any
today?
movies you want to recommend, Chris?
Oh yeah, Chris, what have you been watching?
You were real quiet.
Any Wonka?
movie
Do you want
chat.
to
Yeah.
genuinely know what I've been watching?
Yeah.
The new Gloriavale documentary on
Oh,
TVNZ
same.
Plus. Oh,
Same.
such a good watch.
It really is.
Really well made documentary, 3-part
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
So
Don't. Oh.
no. I was just about to say there's a lot of people who listen to the podcast from America, but it's
They
a
wouldn't
TVNZ,
know.
so they won't be able to watch it, would they?
So it's New Zealand's version of a religious cult, really,
Yeah.
that's happening down in the South Island. And it is full on, and it is just like, wow, a brilliant piece of filmmaking, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's very. I'm glad there's sort of been an expose done finally on that place.
Is there any
because-
musicals and chocolate in it?
No, it's incredibly down buzz.
Yeah, it is really quite depressing.
But hey, I'll be
Yeah.
playing Cyberpunk though. Excited for that, fellas.
Yay!
Woo! All right, well, have a great week. Don't forget to enter the draw on the old Instagram, Extremely Casual Gamers Podcast. Join our Facebook group if you want, ECG for ECG. We have lots of fun chats in there. Follow us on YouTube, anywhere else.
Tell a
and rate
friend.
us. Tell a friend. Yeah, actually, tell a friend. If you have a gaming friend, genuinely, please tell them about our podcast because
Yeah.
they might enjoy it. You know,
Yeah.
word of mouth is the strongest type of marketing, in my opinion. I don't know why I did that voice. I was still trying to sound professional.
Right after telling them to refer a friend, they're like, oh, I was going to. But,
Nah, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.